Darwin's theory of evolution, what the heck is that all about? So after learning about the finches and how their beaks developed, I started thinking about all of the other animals that have evolved. And then I thought, oh whale, why not do the evolution of whales? I quickly discovered that whales evolved from land animals to sea animals, and I thought that was crazy, and it really got me thinking, could this really come from this? The earliest form of whales found is what is called the Indohyus, a four-legged animal who ate plants and thrived on the land. Then, once predators became intense and food was lacking, these animals became aquatic and ended up as meat-eating, swimming whales. But it wasn't that easy. Whales evolved through many stages and were named many different things, such as the Pachycetus, the Ambulocetus, and the Basilosaurus, and lastly the Odontocetus, which is what we formerly know as the current whale of today. This is the main diagram that I focused on the most. It shows how whales evolved from the Indohyus all the way to the Mysticetus. It shows that the Indohyus and the Pachycetus both lived in a freshwater, semi-aquatic habitat, and they both had a thick bony wall around their middle ear. Next it shows that the Ambulocetus and the Pachycetus both had large tails and short legs and lived in brackish water habitat. It then shows that the Rhodocetus and the Dorodon have nasal openings and eyes on the sides of their heads. Then comes the Odoncetes and the Mysticetes, which have no hind legs, a blowhole, and echolocation. Something that I thought was kind of cool and funny was that hippos are actually the closest relative to whales today. So these whales' bodies changed throughout time in order to thrive in their environment and survive the longest. This occurred by certain things changing like their jaws, spines, and tails. An example of this would be how the Ambulocetus was a slow swimmer with short legs and paddle-like arms with no blowhole, and yet it evolved into the Odoncetes, which needs a blowhole in order to survive and is an excellent swimmer with great big fins. This project really gave me a whole new perspective on Darwin's theory of evolution, and it made me dig deep into a subject I would normally run away from. I found it super interesting researching whales because I have always had an interest in them and thought they were amazing animals, so it was cool learning about their origin and how they came to be the wonderful animals we know of today. P.S. Please do not go to SeaWorld. Please. If you want to see whales, you could take boat tours out in the ocean and see them in their natural habitat where they are happiest. The end. Woo!